This is a short video to show you how to make small pieces out of a 1x4 or 1x2 or 1x3, whatever you might have, and you don't have a table saw. What you do is you set up two 2x4s as a vertical on a flat board. You clamp your SkillSaw. The base of the SkillSaw directly to the 2x4 risers, right on the plate of the saw. And you want to give yourself the distance away from the cut side, however wide you want the piece to be. And there's a little bit of adjustment there, not a lot. You're going to have to change the setup for different applications. I'm making 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch sticks for a special project. I didn't need a lot of it, and I don't have a table saw, so this is a little easier than trying to cut a skinny piece of wood with a SkillSaw, because it's difficult to clamp it down, and you want to get a nice straight cut. This I found to be pretty easy, plus it's quick to set up. That piece of wood there will block the wood chips from flying in your face. And before you turn on the saw, you want to make sure that the piece you're going to cut isn't touching the blade, otherwise it'll kick out on you. So now get some light. And I'm going to take this small C-clamp and clamp the trigger of the saw and turn it on. I have a piece of 1x on the bottom that my cut piece is going to slide on, so that the blade makes a rip cut through this piece. And in order to finish it, I turn it over and turn it around so that I can cut it all the way through without actually cutting the piece on the bottom that I'm using for a guide. I used another piece of 1x because it's nice and smooth. You don't want it to get stuck when you're pushing this through. So I'm pushing the piece through now, making the cut. You want to keep your hands away from the blade. Don't try to get all you can get out of pushing it in, because it's not necessary. Just push it in as far as you can until it's comfortable. Stop and go on the other side and pull it through the rest of the way. And as you can see, if I show you long enough, you can see that first cut. So now you're just going to match it up, and I'll cut it a little bit so that you can see that both cuts line up and it cut all the way through. So now just finish the cut. You push it through once more. Same thing you did before. Don't push it in too far. Just push it into the blade at a nice, slow, comfortable pace. Go on the other side and finish the cut by pulling it through. And when you're finished, you've got a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch piece, or whatever measurement you decided to come up with. Then you take your C-clamp off, shut off the SkillSaw, and now you're ready to break it down and move on with your project. This is the piece left over, so I'll cut that again when I need it. And that's it. take your time when you're doing these kind of projects. You don't want to get hurt. Make sure it's sturdy. Make sure make sure you don't have anything in your way when you're working on a piece like this. Take your time, set it up, and do what you have to do, and that's it. Save a couple bucks. You don't have to go out and buy a table saw to make 1 or 2 cuts.